माय गॉड, इतना जो आप लोग इतना सपोर्टिव हैं, इतना जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, हेल्पफुल भी हैं आप, इन द सेंस आई मैसेज और ऑल्सो आई मैसेज अर्चना जी ऑन द साइड लाइन्स एंड टेल हर कि वो उसको रेडी करो, उसके रेडी करो, ये चीज़ को रेडी करो वगैरह. सो शी ऑलवेज सेज नो प्रॉब्लम सर, डन हो जाएगा. एंड इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन, आई शुड फर्स्ट से दिस टू एवरीबडी. I think because we have postponed the time today, Archana ji and maybe Abhishek also, they may be working from home today. यानी अभी वो beyond office hours कर रहे हैं उनका. I hope I am right by saying this. So on behalf of all of you, I would like to first thank them most sincerely, most sincerely. ठीक है. तो now, yeah, thank you. That's a good one. So abhi what we will do, we have some technical subjects to discuss in the form of question and answers. Mr. श्रीराम अयंगार जी ने भी यानी एक 4-5 क्वेश्चंस प्रश्न जो पूछे हैं, तो that is relevant to everybody. So we will be surely answering them one by one. And I just want to do a small rain check to see whether my colleague Mr. S.K. Raja ji हैं क्या करके. I just want to check. Let me just check that. नहीं.
No, he hasn't come.
नहीं है तो ठीक है. So I'll have to possibly just call him up also. But in the meanwhile, I will request Mr. Ramakant Tandon, and on behalf of all of us, let us wish the family of Ramakant ji all the very best, because आज I think today is the wedding anniversary of his daughter. नहीं, son. सर म्यूट किया है आपने, म्यूट किया है.
मेरे बहन के लड़के की है.
अच्छा, बहन के लड़के की. अच्छा,
हाँ
ठीक, ठीक है. तो उनका ये है, एंड इट इज वी कन्वे आवर ब्लेसिंग्स. हाँ जी. तो
थैंक यू एवरीबॉडी.
तो इस बात पर आपका जो गाना हो जाए तो देन, अच्छा जी रमाकांत जी, देन यू मस्ट सेलेक्ट अ सॉन्ग विच इज अप्रोप्रिएट फॉर दिस ओकेशन. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई आप आंसू भरी है जैसा कोई गाना नहीं गाना चाहिए अभी. हाँ, आपका म्यूट है, आपका म्यूट है. तो
ये पुकारता चला हूं मैं, ये चलेगा?
एक्सेलेंट, एक्सेलेंट.
ओके.
चॉइस है सर, क्या चॉइस है.
मैं इसको जरा सेट कर लूं, बस मेरे को 2 मिनट दीजिएगा.
नो प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम. इन द मीन वाइल मैं भी आई विल जस्ट रिंग अप टू एस.के. राजा एंड जस्ट फाइंड आउट वेदर वो जनाब आने वाले हैं कि व्हाट इज हिज इंटेंशन. ठीक है ना. So this is going to be a problem when we do some songs like this. कि there will be what is called, we say in factory language we say setup time. जो आपको वीडियो वगैरह सेटअप करने का जो टाइम गैप हो जाता है ना, so that can be a big issue when it comes to time management.
The wireless device has connected successfully. Disconnecting wireless device.
Okay. So you all should keep your things ready. I hope we are following the first list, because I want to have some discipline. I don't want people to jump the queue. So मैं first list देखता हूँ, but Mr. Raja is, I'm calling him, I'm not. नहीं ले रहे हैं. अच्छा, there is no signal. Okay.
सर इसकी म्यूजिक बता दीजिएगा और वॉइस हमारी सही आ रही है?
नथिंग सर, कुछ नहीं आ रही है. हाँ, अभी थोड़ा सा, लेकिन
Sharma ji, good evening.
Good evening. Who is this?
I'm Colonel Ramaya.
Ramaya ji, हाँ जी.
And may I just have permission for 5 minutes to join after 5 minutes?
No problem. We are carrying on with Mr. Ramakant Tandon's song.
In the midst of something, just 5 minutes I'll join. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Know your area best. Get local updates only on Daily Earn.
अच्छा, तो मैं समझ गया कि आप क्या रमाकांत जी क्या कर रहे हैं करके।
हाँ, जो एक्चुअल में कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा उससे।
नहीं नहीं, बाद में मैं फीडबैक देता हूँ, आप करिए अब।
नहीं, हो गया अब।
अच्छा, ठीक है।
मैं वॉइस भी अपनी दे रहा हूँ। पुकारता चला हूँ। वॉइस आ रही है? ओके। शुड आई स्टार्ट?
हाँ जी, प्लीज।
ओके। पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बाहर की, बस एक छाव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की, पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बाहर की, बस एक छाव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की, पुकारता चला हूँ मैं। ये दिल लगी है शौकिया सलाम की, यही तो बात हो रही है काम की, कोई तो मुड़ के देख लेगा इस तरह, कोई नजर तो होगी मेरे नाम की, पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बाहर की, बस एक छाव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की, पुकारता चला हूँ मैं। सुनी मेरी सदा तो किस यकीन से, घटा उतर के आ गई जमीन पे, रही यही लगन तो ऐ दिले जवान, असर भी हो रहेगा एक हसीन पे, पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बाहर की, बस एक छाव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की, पुकारता चला हूँ मैं। कोई मिले जो रोक ले पुकार के, यूं ही जरा बढ़ा के हाथ प्यार से, इधर भी फेंक दे अदा की एक कली, गुजर चले दिन यूं ही बाहर के, सॉरी, पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बाहर की, बस एक छाव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की, पुकारता चला हूँ मैं। थैंक यू
जी, थैंक यू रमाकांत जी,
जी। क्या
थैंक यू।
पोजीशन थी, अब आप मेरे को कमेंट कीजिए कि कहाँ कहाँ मिस्टेक हुई।
हाँ, तो ऐसा है
GD
कि
has
यू
joined.
नो नॉर्मली व्हाट वी शुड डू इज टू सीक पीयर लेवल फीडबैक। कि क्या है, पीयर लेवल फीडबैक इज द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट मोटिवेटिंग टूल। कि हम अपने हमारे जो साथ में हैं, जो हमारे इक्वल्स हैं, उनसे फीडबैक पहले लेना चाहिए। तो आई वुड कम रादर आई वुड कम एट द एंड, बट आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट some of the participants to give a constructive feedback to Mr. Ramakant. So Jamila ji has raised her hand. आप बोलिए।
शर्मा जी, मुझे तो अच्छा लगा. You know that the how he started with the correct point, he started the songs.
तो
And
उसका नाम क्या है? करेक्ट पॉइंट में स्टार्ट करने का नाम क्या है? मैंने बताया था ना।
वो टेक ऑफ, क्या
बस
टेक
करेक्ट।
ऑफ. हाँ, वो टेक ऑफ बराबर था. एंड द लैंडिंग आल्सो वाज ओके. अगेन द टेक ऑफ फ्रॉम आफ्टर दैट, क्या बीच में बोलते हैं ना वो
इंटरव्यू।
म्यूजिक. हाँ,
Interlude.
इंटरव्यू के बाद भी अच्छा था. एंड लाइक आई थिंक लिटिल मोर जोश शुड हैव बीन, थोड़ा और, अदरवाइज इट वाज परफेक्ट.
ओके ओके, ठीक है।
आई फेल्ट दैट वे.
थैंक यू। डॉक्टर शरण अंगाड़ी।
Yes, sir. Sharma ji, namaskar.
नमस्कार, बोलिए सर।
I heard Ramakant singing as
साहब नमस्कार।
Jamila was telling. He was good. His voice was fine. He was trying to sing. But I was seeing there was a variation in the speed of the track. I don't know.
अच्छा।
Whether
So was it?
very good effort.
I didn't seem to notice. हाँ जी। Yes, Sharan.
The track was playing slow. Sometimes it was quick. I don't know. Otherwise, his other things were perfect.
Okay. Okay.
I sing, I sing, sir. क्या मैं गा सकता हूँ गाना?
नहीं, कौन है ये?
I am Dinesh from Delhi.
नहीं, एक मिनट सर, एक मिनट। नहीं, हम लोग एक सीक्वेंस में जा रहे हैं। एंड हमने रमाकांत टंडन जी को गाने को इसलिए परमिशन दिया कि वो जा रहे हैं, कोई फंक्शन पे जा रहे हैं, उनके घर पे कोई फंक्शन है। एंड सो ही वांटेड टू डेडिकेट दिस सॉन्ग टू दैट फंक्शन आल्सो टू देम। उनके जो बहन के जो घर पे जो फंक्शन हो रही है, तो ही वांटेड टू गो फॉर दैट. So that's why we permitted to him to sing, but we are also using it as an opportunity for us to do a critical analysis of the song, so that we put our learnings, whatever we have learning, to use. So Shriram Iyengar has raised his hand. So would you like to give a feedback?
I had to tell only one thing to Ramakant ji, that music was little loud. थोड़ा उसको कम करने की जरूरत थी.
Correct.
That's all.
That's also a good feedback. Yeah. So that is very important. Yes, correct. And anything else, Sriram?
Can I say something?
थम्स अप दे दिया सर आप. सर श्रीराम अयंगार ने आपको थम्स अप दे दिया है, तो आप बस बाकी. अच्छा,
Can I say something?
Then there is शेखर स्वामीनाथन. हाँ जी, प्लीज.
Yeah. Mr. Ramakant sang very melodiously. Tempo was good, rhythm was good. But only my suggestion is to improve upon his singing is he should add some dynamics to his singing, like voice projection, expression. If those things, then it will be a perfect. Otherwise, it was good. Overall, it was good, but it can be improved upon. Okay.
तो अभी शेखर ने एक अच्छा एक concept he has brought out, which is called voice dynamics. Okay. Now I hope what he means by that, Ramakant ji, and for all others also, is that see, ये जो गाना है ना, I mean मोहम्मद रफ़ी के काफ़ी गाने ऐसे हैं, बट ये जो गाना है इसमें जरा क्या बोलते हैं उसको, टेंडरनेस लेके आना पड़ेगा सर.
उस रफ़ी का फ्लेयर
रफ़ी's फ्लेयर यू कैन से. और सिंगिंग, यानी अपना जो वॉइस है, जो मैं अभी बात कर रहा हूँ, इसी वॉइस में मैं गा नहीं सकता रफ़ी के गाने. ओके. और एनी सॉन्ग ऑफ एनीबडी एल्स ऑल्सो, ऐसा नहीं है कि इनका ही है. सो आई हैव टू lower my voice volume and bring a certain softness. वो गाने में ही आएगा, बट आई कांट जस्ट टॉक अबाउट इट बिकॉज इट इज अगेन थियरी, इट बिकम्स थियरी. बट आई थिंक शेखर, इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन, इज रेफरिंग टू दैट. यानी कुछ गाने ऐसे हैं जहाँ पे फुल थ्रोटेड वॉइस में गा सकते हो. देर आर सर्टन सॉन्ग्स वेयर यू हैव टू, फॉर एग्जाम्पल जो है ना, बस एक छाँव जो हो लाइन है. नाउ इफ यू सिंग बस एक छाँव इन द नॉर्मल सेंस, वो ठीक नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज दैट छाँव वर्ड
सॉफ्ट चाहिए.
इज, हाँ एग्जैक्टली. सो बिकॉज क्या है ना कि व्हेन यू आर टेकिंग ऑफ ऑन छाँव, द ऑडियंस शुड नॉट फील अरे ये क्या कर दिया, यू नो, छाँव को यानी, हाँ थोड़ा यानी थोड़ा सा
एग्जैक्टली
अंदर में लेके आके,
आई गॉट इट.
हाँ बस सर.
आई गॉट
ऐसे 3-4 वर्ड्स हैं उस गाने में, बस एक छाँव, उसके बाद अगेन आता है वो, आई डोंट नो टू रिमेंबर द सॉन्ग नाउ, बट सो दोज थिंग्स आर इम्पॉर्टेंट एंड आई थिंक ऑल द फीडबैक्स आर गुड. सी, improvement will come only with practice, and different types of songs, different styles of songs will give us the multifarious जो है मल्टी डायमेंशनल एक्सपोजर. कि सॉफ्ट गाने लाइक तलत महमूद के गाने वो एक तरह का एक्सपोजर देता है, मोहम्मद रफ़ी के गाने कुछ और तरह का एक्सपोजर देता है, और किशोर कुमार का जो है या मन्ना डे का, मुकेश का जो है फॉर एग्जांपल, वो कई अलग ढंग से अपने को एक्सपोजर देता है वो. ठीक है ना. सो आप इसको ले लीजिए रमाकांत जी, टेक इट इन द राइट स्पिरिट, एंड आई थिंक इट इज जस्ट नथिंग बट प्रैक्टिस सर. रियाज 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 बस.
एग्जैक्टली आई गॉट इट.
है कि नहीं. एंड सिंस वी आर ऑल इन दी on the other side of 60, you know, our voice has also come down in terms of vibrancy and all that. तो ये भी जरा ध्यान में रखना पड़ता है कि our voice was not what we were what it was when we were 35 years old, है कि नहीं. Today we are 60. तो नेचुरली
एक चीज मेरे पास जो है, जो मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ इस समय, ब्लूटूथ जो है, मैं आपको शो कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ जी,
ये वाला है, दिस वन.
हाँ, तो वो भी दिखाइए जरा. अर्चना जी, कैन यू पिन हिम प्लीज सो दैट ही कम्स इन द सेंटर स्टेज so that we are able to see the equipment he has. Ramakant ji, very nice. I wanted to take up this point next actually कि now Ramakant ji जो भी use कर रहे हैं, let us look at that equipment and you know, understand where he is coming from. So I will remove my own pin. I will go to the side. हाँ, ये आ गया बीच में.
You got it?
Sir, don't shake. उसको shake नहीं करना. हाँ, तो ये है मेक इज जूक. ओके, जूक है. और ये क्या है, ये ब्लूटूथ स्पीकर है.
ब्लूटूथ स्पीकर है. इसमें जो है मिक्सर भी है.
अच्छा, पीछे
और मिक्सर भी है, और उसके अलावा एम्पलीफायर तो वो है. इसका ये जो है हमारा माइक.
तो दिस इज
एक प्रॉब्लम मैं फेस कर रहा हूँ इसमें.
दिस इज अ डायनेमिक माइक. हाँ,
मैंने इसको, हाँ डायनेमिक है, यस. मैंने इसको जितनी बार भी इसको मतलब मिक्सर को कंप्लीट करने की कोशिश करी है, इसके बावजूद ये मजा नहीं आता है इसके साथ.
अच्छा,
अब क्या मिस्टेक हो रही है मेरे से, मैं पकड़ नहीं पा रहा हूँ इसको.
ठीक है, वी विल टेक इट अप. तो ऐसा है कि सर, ऐसा है, आई एम नॉट डिस्करेजिंग यू, बट ऐसा है कि सम स्पीकर्स विल कम विथ इनबिल्ट एम्पलीफायर or you know those controls, so they may not always be the most effective. वो भी है ना. See, अगर आप इससे कॉन्ट्रास्ट करें कि यहाँ पे मेरे पास एक स्पीकर है और उसके अलावा मेरे पास एक मिक्सर एम्पलीफायर है, तो उसका तो इफेक्ट तो काफ़ी अलग सा ही रहेगा.
वो तो अलग आएगा,
है कि नहीं. So since we are going for speaker which has got some amplifier, mixer, controls, वो to some extent it will help you.
ये अभी हमने 1 महीने पहले ही परचेज किया था.
नहीं, नो प्रॉब्लम. तो लाइक श्रीराम अयंगार इज सेइंग, अभी क्या है कि यू हैव टू टेक अ फीडबैक बिफोर रिकॉर्डिंग इट. अभी आप तो मोर और लेस आप तो रिकॉर्ड ही कर चुके हैं, क्योंकि अभी जूम में तो रिकॉर्ड हो गया आपका गाना, ठीक है? तो यू लिसन टू इट आफ्टरवर्ड्स, जब रिकॉर्डिंग आ जाएगा आपको,
ओके
it is a very very important feedback, sir. I'm telling you, I'm this is for everybody, that while peers can give feedback, while GD Sharma or somebody else can give feedback, the best feedback is available when you hear your own recorded version.
करेक्ट.
Okay. Now for example, Sri Ram Iyengar has done some program. He sent me the invitation, तो मैंने उसको, I was watching that. तो उसमें क्या है कि same, some people's output is very good, balanced है, some people के output है ऐसा ऊपर नीचे आ रहा है, ठीक है? तो maybe that is a problem with yours also, but maybe Mr. S.K. Raja has come on the line. I think I saw him, so I will ask him also. But I think the distance which you keep from the recording device, यानी अगर आप लैपटॉप में रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हो, इन आवर केस अभी लैपटॉप में ही तो रिकॉर्ड हो, यानी जूम में ही तो रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है, ठीक है? तो ये लैपटॉप से कितनी दूर है, कितने इंचेस का जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, अंतर है उसमें बीच में, और आप कहाँ बैठ के गा रहे हैं, यानी आपका माइक और आउटपुट, इज इट एट द सेम डिस्टेंस ऑफ लेट्स से 1 फुट और 18 इंचेस और वॉट एवर इट मे बी, तो ऐसा भी है ना? तो बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दिस, द इनपुट विच इज गोइंग इन टू अवर जूम प्रोग्राम इन योर केस, तो वो आगे पीछे ऊपर नीचे होने की संभावना है, ठीक है ना? तो थैंक यू रमाकांत जी, एंड आप प्रोसीड करिए, आपको अगर फंक्शन को जाना है तो
मैं लीव लेना चाहूंगा, और आपकी रिकॉर्डिंग मेरे पास आ जाएगी, मैं तो उसको तो फिर
जरूर सुनिएगा.
ठीक है,
ओके, थैंक यू.
Ramakanth ji, please.
Yes sir.
Mr. Ramakanth, please, one only small question.
Yes.
जो आपकी वॉइस इस Zoom ब्लूटूथ स्पीकर से बाहर निकली गाने की,
जी,
हाँ जी,
हाउ डज इट गो इनटू द लैपटॉप जिसके ऊपर जूम चला हुआ है?
नहीं सर, दैट आई कैन ऑल्सो आंसर. यानी ये जो लैपटॉप है ना, ये लैपटॉप पिकअप कर देता है, जैसे आपका जो आवाज़ है और मेरी आवाज़ जो है, कैसे पिकअप करता है वो लैपटॉप.
ओके, इसका मतलब है कि लैपटॉप इसको पिक कर रहा है, जैसे मेरा वॉइस पिक कर रहा है,
जैसा आपका जो वॉइस अभी पिक हो रहा है, बस
एग्जैक्टली वही है.
तो
बट आई हैव सीन इन सच केसेस, जब एक स्पीकर बोलता है म्यूजिक और आप जब गाना गाते हैं, तो जब आप गाना गा रहे हैं तो स्पीकर का वॉइस दब जाता है. समटाइम्स व्हेन यू कीप क्वाइट, इन बिटवीन, तो स्पीकर का जो म्यूजिक है वो ज्यादा प्रोमिनेंट हो जाएगा.
करेक्ट. तो इसीलिए हाँ, तो आपका अभी रविंद्र सापरा जी का पॉइंट जो है वेरी सेंट्रल टू द होल डिस्कशन, कि दिस इज वेयर एग्जैक्टली अ मिक्सर इज यूज्ड. मिक्सर एम्पलीफायर जो है ना, तो ये इसीलिए यूज़ करते हैं ताकि वो दोनों को समान तरफ से, यानी इक्वली इट विल मिक्स एंड प्रेजेंट टू द आउटपुट. इसीलिए हम मिक्सर की बात कर रहे हैं. तो हम लोग अभी मिक्सर तो नहीं यूज़ कर रहे हैं, यानी रमाकांत जी तो नहीं अभी यूज़ किया.
मेरे वाले इसमें जो है जूम में जो है, इसमें मिक्सर एक्स्ट्रा लग सकता है? आई डोंट थिंक सो.
नहीं, जूम में मिक्सर लग सकता है सर,
इसमें ऑलरेडी इनबिल्ट है.
नहीं, इनबिल्ट है, फिर भी देखिए, मिक्सर के अंदर क्या क्या जाता है, आपका जो माइक के थ्रू से जो वॉइस जाता है कि नहीं, माइक एक इनपुट है, दूसरा इनपुट है आपका ट्रैक. वो दैट ट्रैक में बी कमिंग फ्रॉम एनी सोर्स. इट मे बी कमिंग फ्रॉम योर मोबाइल, इट मे बी कमिंग फ्रॉम आईपैड, इट मे बी कमिंग फ्रॉम अनदर लैपटॉप, ठीक है ना, इट मे बी कमिंग फ्रॉम well, I think these are the only 3 possible ways. Okay, so there is voice input and there is यानी track input, ठीक है? तो this will go into a mixer. Basically it will go into a mixer amplifier, and the output of that mixer amplifier will go to the speaker. तो आपका ये जो speaker है, that can become the output of the mixer. जहाँ पे इन योर केस, इन रमाकांत टैंडन्स केस, आपका जो स्पीकर में जो मिक्सर का जो एडजस्टमेंट वगैरह है, उसको पूरा हम म्यूट करके वी यूज इट ओनली एज अ स्पीकर.
ओके.
सो टू आंसर योर क्वेश्चन, इट कैन बी यूज्ड विद योर स्पीकर. बट क्या है कि ब्लूटूथ स्पीकर्स के जो कैपेसिटी है ना, जो आउटपुट कैपेसिटी बहुत कम रहता है, बिकॉज ब्लूटूथ स्पीकर इज फॉर जस्ट कीपिंग नियर योर किचन व्हेन द लेडी इज वर्किंग इन द किचन, या फिर आपके गाड़ी में कुछ, यानी दैट इज द पर्पस ना.
दिस इज ऑफ 30 वॉट.
हाँ, तो वी शुड नेवर फॉरगेट कि व्हाट इज आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव सर. अभी क्या है, यू ऑल ऑफ यू आर एस्पायरिंग फॉर स्टूडियो quality recording, है कि नहीं?
Yes.
That is what I can understand from everybody's question.
Yes.
So we all want studio quality recording. तो उसके लिए Bluetooth speaker काफी नहीं है.
Okay.
So as far as Ramakant ji का जो question है, this is the answer. We will stop here so that he can also proceed. Then we will take up the next
Okay.
topic. ठीक है? Thank you,
Thank you,
Ramakant.
sir. Thank you.
धन्यवाद. Okay. अच्छा. Now what I will do is Shriram Iyengar ने I think on behalf of all of you, he has summarized, let us say 3-4 questions, okay? So I will just read out one by one and it will be easy for us to answer that, okay? One second. हाँ जी, तो श्रीराम अयंगार का questions ये था कि one second, I'll just come to those questions actually. इतने A to Z ग्रुप में इतने सारे पोस्टिंग्स आ जाते हैं कि पूछो मत. ओके, हाँ. सो श्रीराम जी has given like this, saying that Sharma ji, please touch upon the following for the benefit of us all, if possible. No, very much possible. We will take it up one by one. First question: can recording be done with the help of a mixer? If so, how? So that is exactly what I explained 5 minutes back. कि let me explain again. यानी आप लोग you all should try to visualize, यानी मन में कल्पना कीजिए कि there is a mic in which you are singing, okay? Second, there is a track which is playing. It can be played on the mobile, it can be played on iPad, it can be played on any tablet, it can be played also on a laptop, another laptop, okay? So these are the two inputs which go into the mixer. Mixer is also called as mixer amplifier because it helps to boost the audio signal, okay? So now both these inputs are going into the mixer, and the mixer has got provision to receive not only mic and other things, it has got a provision to receive a guitar input. It can go 2-3 instruments अगर आपके पास हैं, कोई और कीबोर्ड चला रहा है तो उसको भी आप input कर सकते हो. So there are several types of mixers which can take multiple inputs, ठीक है ना? Then the mixer has to be connected to the speakers, okay? The speaker is something like a mouthpiece for the mixer. It will take out the output from the mixer and project it or publish it or amplify it for the benefit of an audience. Okay. So what was Sriram Iyengar's question? That, one second, ये off हो जाता है. हाँ. So can recording be done? Naturally. तो अभी क्या है? The first question, though I don't want to call it, I mean, let me put it this way. Sriram, don't get me wrong. I mean, sorry to say, it could be a wrong question itself. Okay, I don't want to use any other word. You know what I'm trying to hint at. Okay. You're a good friend, so I hope you will understand.
Yeah, sure.
अभी क्या है कि there is no connection between mixer and recording. Let me first clarify that doubt. Okay, please understand. Recording is something different. छोड़ो उसको for the time being. Okay. So what is coming out of a mixer through the speaker can be recorded. So the answer to your question is yes, it can be recorded. Abhi who says no? ठीक है. But the question is not rightly worded कि can recording be done with the help of mixer? Yes, question is very much yes. Khatam. Simple. Okay. Now let me come to the second question. Using a mixer while singing, how do we know that music and vocal are balanced? Now, this is a good question, because whether the music and vocal are balanced, you can understand only by hearing it yourself.
Yes.
You can hear it yourself. Second, you can hear the recording and try to understand, Are, my voice is sounding higher, the BGM is sounding lower, so I have to balance it. So you will get a feedback, right? Other way of doing it is to connect on Zoom with a friend like me, myself maybe, and you say, okay, Sriram, you sing. I'll tell you whether BGM is high or your voice is high or both are balanced. तो ये सुनने में only by hearing you can understand whether it is balanced or not. But what is the beauty about mixer? That there are controls in the mixer by which you can set the volume levels. You can set the volume level, because see, there is also this problem that some tracks are loud by themselves. उसका कुछ नहीं कर सकते आप. आपको YouTube में से कुछ ट्रैक्स मिल रहे हैं, ये अगर लाउड यानी उसका जो लाउडनेस जो है वो ज़्यादा है तो आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि दैट इज गिवन, राइट? यू कांट गो एंड टैम्पर विद दैट. ओके, सो देन यू हैव टू बी अवेयर दैट अच्छा, अगला गाना मेरा जो है ये वाला ट्रैक है, this track is a little loud, so I have to carefully touch the mixer and reduce the track का जो volume है, volume levels I have to reduce. Correct? And sometimes they may tell you कि feedback भी आएगा. Sometimes you will get a feedback that GD, your voice in the mic is not coming out. आप जरा volume mic का increase करो. Okay? So I may have to increase the mic volume and reduce the track volume. But when you are publishing it on Zoom, there will be some audience, or you can do a test meeting also. You can just call me or anybody and say, sir, you please be on the other side. You please listen and tell me, today evening I have a program. Can you please tell me whether volume is correct or whether BGM is correct, etc., etc. I can give you feedback, right? But it is always possible to do some moderate adjustments in the mixer in such a way that everything is more or less within a band. Some track may be an outlier, it may be an exception. Ki some track is really, really loud, I have to really consciously reduce the volume, etc. Okay, so the answer to that question again is that yes, very much you can you can balance the music and the track volume, etc. Third question is, do we really need mixer, mic, etc. for those singing on Zoom or Facebook? 100% you require. 120% you require. Because I mean, without mic and without mixer, the question is that, okay, I'm not telling anything on my own. The question is, do we really need mixer and mic, etc. for those singing on Zoom and Facebook? Question is, why yes? Okay. Fourth question. Some singers use headphone while singing. Is it necessary? The answer to that question is very simple. Why is it very simple answer? Because when you put a headphone, you are able to hear the full thing, and that is your own feedback. So that is very much essential. See, what we do when we do stage programs, I'll just try to give you some additional knowledge. When we do stage programs, there will be mic, 2 mics, one for the lady, one for the whatever, or 4 mics also because of chorus and all. There will be mics. There will be track which will be playing. So again, like any other situation, there will be vocal input or mic, and there will be track input which is from some source. That will go into a mixer amplifier which the electrician will be keeping. In the live program I'm saying, the electrician will be having a large mixer and an amplifier. Everything will go into that. From that it will go into the speakers. By now you all should know this by heart, I hope. Now, the speakers are facing the audience, not you, because you will get problem ho jayega. Mic will start squeaking and screaming and all, so the mic will be facing like this. But okay, because the audience has to listen to you. But there will be one speaker in the middle, small one, which will be facing you, because you are the singer, and that is called as feedback speaker. That is called as feedback speaker. So what is that feedback speaker? Nothing but your something like equivalent to your earphone. What is earphone? It is a feedback speaker for you, so that you know कि यहाँ पे ट्रैक है, ट्रैक जा रहा है, it is going on, now I have to sing here, and now the timing will start, etc., etc. So you will be able to hear your own voice, and you will be able to hear the track sound also. So that is earphone, or a headphone as it is called, is also a form of a feedback speaker. Okay, now let me go to the last question. Which is the best place to save your audio or video recording? Is it Google Drive? Now, that is just a question of computer file, यानी उसका जो memory size. Now, if you have a very good computer with 250 GB, you can store it in your computer also. Why should you put it in Google Drive? See, it depends on where you want to save it, depends on your convenience. Now, suppose you are a person who would like your people to hear it, you are keeping it in the laptop, you will play it in the dining room so that your family can listen to it, then why you should put it in the Google Drive? Not necessary. But suppose you want to send it to somebody, you want to share it with somebody, you can put it on Google Drive and have a link which is known only to you and to the person to whom the Google Drive is being shared. For example, I sent a very big video file to Archana ji. It was not going by mail. So what I did, I put it on maybe Google Drive, or I sent it to somebody. I think I'm trying to, I think I'm getting confused. I sent my recording to somebody. Now that could not go through mail. So what I did, I kept it in my Google Drive and gave a link to that file to the person, so that he just clicks on it and accesses my file and listens to the program. Okay? So this is a question of convenience. Some people keep it in an external hard disk drive. Okay? It can be like this. It will be like a laptop only. I mean like a mobile only. So this will be an external hard disk drive, 500 GB, 1 TB or 2 TB, whatever it is. तो वहाँ पे भी आप रख सकते हो, so that you can easily access it. Okay? So these are the questions of Sriram Iyengar which I have answered. Now let us go to the second singer of the first list. कौन है वो? Is it Jayalakshmi? No, I don't think so. Though Jayalakshmi ji is very, very eager to sing, I will not permit that. 1 minute.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for answering all my questions.
Oh, thank you, Sriram. Not at all. Not only your question, it is everybody's, isn't it? Everybody is interested in those things. अच्छा तो कहाँ है? Where is the disc? पहला list. अरे बाप रे. 27th February, 5 songs will be presented. अच्छा.
Shekhar Swaminathan is first.
Which one?
Shekhar Swaminathan.
Acha. So.
Sorry.
That is no.
Shekhar Swaminathan.
That is fifth number.
You have to see list number 1. Okay. List number. Yeah, I think it is Shekhar Swaminathan. Correct. Shekhar Swaminathan. तुम अगर साथ देने का.
Yeah.
Shekhar, are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Hey, wonderful, yeah. I like that spirit. ठीक है. Sorry, before that, Usha Jacob had a question to ask, I think, or she has raised her hand.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if we use the mic and the normal earphones, do you find any setbacks in the singing?
Come again. If you use
the normal phone with the earphones.
With the earphones, okay.
Do you find any setback in that? I mean, in the response that you get, or if we have the track on and sing with it. What I mean to ask is, if there is any setback in time between the music and the vocal.
Lag.
Yeah, lag.
Yeah, see, personally, I can explain my experience. See, I, like many people, I also wanted to sing on Smule, okay? Now, the biggest problem with Smule that I am facing, maybe others may not be facing, but I am facing, is that when I connect Smule to my mobile, and then I put on the earphones and then start singing, there is a lag.
Yes.
And I am, okay, you may call me whatever it is, I am a little bit of perfectionist in these things. क्योंकि
Yes.
गाने में तो perfectionist होना ही चाहिए ना. So if there is a lag, then the
नहीं
listener
चाहिए.
no,
Yes.
then the listener will think, "Arey, GT
Then
Sharma
the
talks so much, but he is making a
whole
bunch of blunders."
pleasure of singing is gone and listening is
Pleasure of
gone.
singing is gone. So I don't want to, at
Yeah.
least let me put it this way, that I don't want to spoil my reputation जितना भी है
Yes.
कि अरे यार स्म्यूल में वो इतना यानी so badly he sings. I don't want anybody to say that. Okay, though I may be singing badly, that is different matter, but I don't want to be finger pointed for something I am not responsible for. Okay, so I find that in Smule, Usha, but I don't know whether you are referring to that because
No, if I have the YouTube track on.
correct.
Huh.
No. Let me get it on. Let me understand. You will play the YouTube track on your mobile,
On the mobile, yeah.
and where will you sing? Just
And
like
sing
that, without a mic.
Yeah, without it.
You mean what you are trying to say is that you just want to sing using your mobile or any device to play the music, right?
alone, yeah.
And
Track alone.
you want to sing without any mic, without any speaker, without any mixer.
Yes. Is that possible?
Why not? Of course. Like the other day, I am here in Raigad. I mean, let me also take some time off by telling you this. See, I am in Raigad in a large steel company. Okay, so I'm here on an assignment, and Sunday I did not know what to do because there is not much to see around. So I took it upon myself, and anyway, once in a week, though, I have to sit and sing for 2-3 hours. That's what I do anyway. So on Sunday, I went to their multi-purpose hall, they call it. I went there. I tried to connect on the laptop my tracks and all that, but somehow the mixer amplifier was so bad that there is no question of using it. So what I did, luckily the mic was working well. So I connected the mic to the current or whatever, right? And it came through the mixer amplifier. In the mixer amplifier, I shut off everything except the mic. So mic was working. And I played on this particular laptop, which I am now, where you are seeing me. It's a Mac Apple laptop. The sound card is very good. The sound reproduction is excellent. And it's a closed hall. So I was actually able to listen very nicely from my own laptop. And I was just playing on the mic. Then I said, why mic also is not necessary. Let me just sing without mic. Just like what I am now talking to you. It is very much possible. It is very much possible. Now, I mean, in all fairness...
Sharma ji, sorry to interrupt. Can I ask you one question?
No. First of all, this question itself is not at over. 1 minute.
Okay.
So, Usha, the question is, now if you want to be a very minimalistic person saying, apne ko mixer and all, I don't want, let me just sing for my pleasure. Please do so. Who is stopping you now? You don't even have to attend this session in that case. Meaning that you're going to play the audio on your laptop or mobile, you're going to listen to it with your bare ears, and you're going to sing. Please do that. But let me try to give you a chance at the end. Okay, why don't you do that for us today and let us hear and tell you how does it sound? I think it will sound quite well. No, you're muted, Usha.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to ask you.
Please do that. So I read your mind and I said, okay, chalo kar denge.
Yeah.
Acha, before we let Shekhar sing and before we let the next question be asked, I want to welcome Mr. S.K. Raja once again. Raja, you can unmute yourself. I think I saw you. And I wanted you to add to anything that
nothing.
you have heard
In
so
fact,
far.
I was just 5 minutes late.
No issues.
But I had some problems here. But you have covered everything. And I think the only thing I will kind of repeat is, let us go back to the basics, that we will not get cluttered by a lot of information.
Exactly.
One, we are singing, so our voice
Correct.
has to go through the system.
Correct.
Two, the track is separate.
Correct.
Whether it is just audio or
Sorry. Hello.
hello.
ने जो बात कर रहे हैं apart from the program, please mute yourself. Sir,
Can I
please,
talk now?
yeah, 1 minute. Sir, please mute yourself if you are not talking on this program. Yani if you are getting a phone call or something, please mute yourself and talk because it interferes with what we are doing. Okay? Thank you very much. Yeah. Raja, please carry on.
Yeah. So we are going to sing. I'm going to sing. You are going to sing. Your voice has to go into the system. There is a track that has to be merged with your voice.
Right.
For that, you definitely need a mixer.
Correct.
In whatever form you call it.
Right.
And the mixer will receive your inputs. It will receive the track input. So you need to adjust it, as you very rightly said, balance it. Once the balancing has been done, it has to be amplified to whichever way you want. Maybe your room, you don't need an amplifier. You need a hall, whatever it is. So you need an amplifier. The amplifier can be, as you said, be a part of the mixer or need not be.
Correct.
Once it is mixed and once it is amplified, it has to be broadcasted, for which you need a speaker. This is the simple element. So
line diagram.
Clutter all your things.
But
now,
yeah.
The only thing which you have to bother about is there are number of ways of connecting it. The wired way of connecting it, there are number of connectors. One is a 3.5 mm. There is a phono jack. There is a USB connector. So these are the ones which is a little complicated.
Correct.
You can take the help of a person who is selling you the sound system, so that you can connect all these things properly.
Absolutely.
That is the only thing which could be a challenge.
Correct.
So be careful, listen to somebody and then buy it. Okay?
Beautiful, beautiful. Excellent, Raja.
The unwired way of connecting is the Bluetooth.
Haji.
As you very rightly said, Bluetooth can be a very tricky monkey to control because
correct.
One has to broadcast, it has to receive the distance and the electronics. So if you're wanting to enjoy yourself, go for a wired one.
Right.
It's very nice. But if you're confident and then you can control this monkey of Bluetooth from one to another.
Correct.
Go for a Bluetooth. Thank you. I think I have spoken quite a lot, but this is what I was wanting to sum up what you said.
Well said, Raja. Because somebody like you or any such person, confirming that we are on the right track is very important. And I think one important point has been brought out by Mr. Raja, which surely we have missed out. See, all these things have to be connected, na? Though we say mixer, ye vagara, there is some connector which is happening, right? So there are different types of connectors, as he rightly said. And many of these mixers have these large jacks, each one has a description anyway. I don't know to get into technicalities by confusing you, giving the name and all that. तो ये जो बड़ा सा एक जैक होता है, उसके अलावा the audio pin which goes into your mobile, the audio with which we connect our earphones to the mobile. So that is called as a 3.5 or
mm.
Yeah,
3.5 mm.
3.5 mm का छोटा सा एक पिन है वो. It is only a
It is the smallest pin.
तो वहां से लेके you have a pin which is like my finger actually, right? Which is the jack actually, which goes into the mixer and correct. No, that's what. So these are important, but rather than me or anybody telling you use this, use that, it all depends on what is the cable you have bought, what is the cable you have purchased, and mostly these electronics shops जो ये सब बेचते हैं आपको, तो they will be able to guide you कि ये इसके साथ adapt हो जाएगा, ये इसके अंदर जाएगा. This is the adapter for, see, when a small pin has to be connected to a bigger jack, you need an adapter which is a go between, है कि नहीं? So you put the smaller one on into the other kind of thing, or you put it into one side and the other one goes into the other side. So the middle portion becomes the adapter kind of thing. So there are different ways of connecting. So these are all called connectors and things like that. So I think that's a very good point brought out by Mr. Raja, which also we should keep in mind. Okay. Now I have not come yet to the final, what I refer to as the advanced setup. So I will like to talk about it at the end, because I think that will more or less answer all your questions, including how to stream it into YouTube, how to stream it into Zoom, or how to stream it into Facebook. So that is a very important subject, and I don't know whether I mean, with all due respects to everybody, I am not trying to belittle anybody, but that's a little आगे बढ़ के है, वो आगे जाके करना पड़ेगा. Let us first talk or understand about how to sing, how to record it, and how to store it. This is, I think, what we wanted to cover.
GD, I just butting in only to strengthen what you said.
Yeah.
Because most of us, I think, are amateurs, and we need to master
exactly
these monkeys. Once these monkeys, I call them, because they can really put you off. Okay.
Correct. Absolutely.
Electronics can put you off. So
absolutely,
master it. Be very comfortable with it. Be comfortable with your singing. Broadcasting, we can definitely. That will be the next step, and
that would be the last possible step. But
if you want to cover it, it will require much more details. But I think we can save it for another day.
Correct.
Sorry,
exactly. No, exactly. You are absolutely right. You actually took the words out of my mouth, literally. Ki when we talk about broadcasting and all that, what we will do, if you all agree, that in the next, let's say this meeting and the next one, we will try to cover the singers, whoever have volunteered, etc., as much as possible. And then we will have a session where we will talk about broadcasting, particularly into Zoom, because आजकल हम लोग Zoom काफ़ी यूज़ करते हैं, and most of us are appearing on Zoom also. So it will be nice to talk about how to publish it on Zoom, broadcasting it into Zoom, etc. Okay. So let us listen to some. अभी बहुत ज़्यादा बातचीत बहुत हो गया. So let us now listen to Shekhar. Yes.
My question is left.
Sorry,
you joined late. I don't know whether you have covered it already or not. I don't know, but I wanted to ask one question.
I can confidently say before you ask the question that maybe we have covered it.
Maybe I joined late. Sorry, I joined just a while back.
Who is speaking? Can we know? Because I'm not able to see.
I am Anita Rakshit.
You are?
Anita Rakshit.
Anita Rakshit. Okay, ji. Boliye ji.
My question is a very simple one. Maybe it will sound stupid also, but I need
to clarify. Don't qualify it. Chaliye, boliye.
What I wanted to know is, suppose I'm using my earphone and plugging it in my laptop or mobile and singing, and I want a track also. So how do I manage it? Suppose I'm using the earphone mic for singing, so that my sound reaches well, okay, to the other side. But then on the same time, I want to use my other mobile for playing the track. So how do I manage it?
No. So in other words, if I can understand you well, you will play your track on a mobile or another device.
Another device, yes.
Okay. And you are wanting to sing, okay? So what is the second device किसके लिए है?
For Zoom meeting or anything, for singing purpose.
हाँ ठीक है ना. तो एक डिवाइस में जो आपका लैपटॉप है उसमें Zoom चलता होगा, okay? And then you have got this, just like what we discussed little earlier, you have got this mobile, okay? You're going to play the track in this.
Yes.
Which is going to be heard by the laptop, which is picking up the Zoom.
Yes.
And you are going to sing.
Yes.
So you are going to see a demo very soon.
No, no,
Uh,
I want to sing with a mic, with a earphone mic. The small ones which that small mic is there, no? So will this two work together? No.
no, not at all. Because, no, simple, na, madam.
The
See,
sound will not reach. Yes, yes.
so, yeah, see, if you sing on the mic, okay,
Mm.
which is connected to your mobile, you're saying, right?
Yes, yes. Or laptop,
On,
whatever.
no, 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 no. So let me give you a small suggestion. I hope I'm right.
Mm.
Nowadays, which again I will request Mr. Raja to talk about it because his wife is a professional singer, so she uses that. That's why I'm actually telling you this. There
Okay.
are mics which you can connect to your laptop.
Okay.
There are mics which you can
Uh-huh.
connect to your laptop because that is now being used by singers who train, who coach, who conduct music classes. This is also being used by teachers. This
Okay.
is being used by trainers, etc. So there
Mm.
is a laptop mic. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now the point is that the laptop mic will pick up your voice.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
And in the same laptop, if you are going to also relay the Zoom,
Track. Yeah.
no,
Oh, Zoom.
track
Okay.
track is on your mobile, you said, in
Yeah.
another
Track
device.
is on my mobile. Yes.
So what are we saying? Very simple logic. The laptop on which the Zoom is being played, like this laptop on which you are seeing me now. Now, if
Mm.
I play a track here, तो
Mm.
वो जितना वो लैपटॉप पिकअप कर सकेगा उतना ही तो पिकअप करेगा ना.
Uh-huh.
And whereas if you go one step forward and use that laptop mic, so I would like to guess that your voice on the laptop will sound bigger than the music that
Track.
you're going to play on your.
Track.
So there
Okay.
will be
Okay.
imbalance. There will be imbalance. So in other words,
Imbalance.
so we
Mm.
come back to the same lesson number one, which Mr.
Mixer
Raja
speaker.
also mentioned, which I
Mixer
also
speaker.
mentioned. Ki then you require a mixer amplifier to
And speaker amplifier.
mix it up
Okay.
actually. That's all. Which we
Okay.
already actually discussed, but since you came late, maybe you didn't
Okay.
cover that. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And anyway, we are going to see a demo from who was that? Somebody promised not today. Jacob. Where is she? Acha.
Usha. Usha.
Usha Jacob,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Usha Jacob is going to do that, which is the plain vanilla singing on to the laptop directly into Zoom. जैसे मैं अभी बात कर रहा हूँ.
That we are doing already. We are doing it. So I just wondered whether an extra mic can be added to it for.
Correct.
For
So I will
special
now request Raja. I will now request Raja to tell us a little about the laptop mics which are also coming. Raja, over to you.
Yeah. So remember one thing, your laptop can take only one source of sound.
Exactly. There you are.
It can take
You don't have to say
only
anything
one
else.
source of sound.
Correct.
So if you put in your mic, so
Correct.
the mic you get nowadays, USB mic also you can get because your
USB
laptop
mic.
has it.
USB
Okay?
mic.
Or you'll have to get a mic which has got that 3.5 mm pin because you have that, from
Yes.
which you listen to that sound.
Yes.
So it will take that sound. When the laptop takes the sound from the mic, that is either through the USB or through the 3.5 mm pin, there is a microphone which is there near the camera in the laptop that will stop functioning.
See, that is the
Okay.
point.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
it
yes,
will
getting
not
it.
take two sources of sound.
Yes, yes, got you. Now
Correct.
it is clear.
So correct. So just to add, I mean, just for me to understand what Mr. Raja is saying, the moment you plug in, the system of the computer will shut off that
Shut off
other.
all other sounds. Yes, yes, all other sounds.
So that
Yes,
is
got it.
correct. Absolutely right.
Got
Absolutely.
it. Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Now Jamila has messaged saying that we are also doing like that. Karke, she is giving the.
Yes, Sharma
Can
ji.
you just add? Can you just add, Jamila?
Huh?
Can you just add what you're saying? Can I elaborate
I
on what
wanted to tell Sharma ji, I'm not using anything much mic, this and that. I've seen people using mic and all those earphone, that what क्या बोलते हैं उसको, headphone and all that. But I use, that laptop में Zoom session चलता है और iPad में I play the track और एक ब्लूटूथ रखती हूँ और गाती हूँ. खत्म. मैं तो
बस absolute. ठीक है. Okay.
There is a clarification I have to give because it might confuse people.
हाँ जी.
Why is it in Zoom I am able to hear what you are speaking and you are able to hear what I am singing or speaking? Because Zoom has given a circuitry to handle both these sounds, which normally your laptop doesn't have it. It is not because of the laptop, it is because of Zoom.
Zoom or any such platform. Okay.
Yeah, Skype. Zoom. They can handle both incoming sound and that side sound also.
That's a good, that's a very technical point. Thank you.
But simple, I'm just telling you. Either लिया, उधर लिया.
बस.
लिया और लिया. वो दोनों हो सकता है.
लेना और देना आता है Zoom को. ठीक है.
हाँ, because it is circuitry is that way.
Okay, ठीक है. Okay, now over to Shekhar. Otherwise, poor man will be thinking, अरे मेरे को शुरू करने बोल दिया और शुरू करने ही नहीं देता.
That's okay now. Just I wanted to respond to Mrs. Usha Jacob's question.
Yeah.
There are two disadvantages using a YouTube song track. One is that you cannot change the scale. It may be original scale.
Correct. We have discussed this earlier. Yeah.
Internet bandwidth. Many times, many of the appliances are connected. Wi-Fi is connected to your mobile, your laptop in other houses. You have more than one or two mobiles. Correct. In that case, the track, in between there will be a.
It will be buffering. Yeah, naturally. No, it happened. No, just now it happened for Mr. Ravikant Tandon also.
Instead, what I suggest that you download that YouTube song.
That we have said, sir. Shekhar, we have said that right in the almost second session, if I am not mistaken. Download and keep your tracks. Download and keep your tracks, because the track which you are accessing in YouTube may not be what you like, and some of these tracks are not good. I mean,
not good and
clearly. So you download your own choice of tracks and keep it. Yes, sir. Over to you. लॉन्ग BGM it is. इतना लंबा है कि जाके चाय पी के आ सकते हैं. Isn't it?
तुम अगर साथ दे वादा करो, मैं यूं ही मस्त नग में लुटाता रहूं. तुम मुझे देख कर मुस्कुराती हो, मैं तुम्हें देख कर गीत गाता रहूं. तुम अगर साथ देने का वादा करो, मैं यूं ही मस्त नग में लुटाता रहूं. कितने जलवे फिदाओं में बिखरे, मगर मैंने अब तक किसी को पुकारा नहीं. तुमको देखा तो नजरें ये कहने लगी, हमको चेहरे से हटना गवारा नहीं. तुम अगर मेरी नजरों के आगे रहो, मैं सितारों की महफिल सजाता रहूं. तुम अगर साथ देने का वादा करो, मैं यूं ही मस्त नग में लुटाता रहूं. मैंने ख्वाबों में बरसा तरा शादी से, तुम वही संगे मरमर की तस्वीर हो। तुम न समझो तुम्हारा मुकद्दर हूँ मैं समझता हूँ तुम मेरी तकदीर हो। तुम अगर मुझको अपना समझने लगो, मैं बहारों की महफिल सजाता रहूं। तुम अगर साथ देने का वादा करो, मैं यूं ही मस्त नगमे लुटाता रहूं। मैं अकेला बहुत देर चलता रहा, अब सफर जिंदगानी का कटता नहीं। जब तलक कोई रंगी सहारा न हो, वक्त का फिर जवानी का कटता नहीं। तुम अगर हम कदम बन के चलती रहो, मैं जमीन पर सितारे मिटाता रहूं। तुम अगर साथ देने का वादा करो, मैं यूं मस्त नगमे लुटाता रहूं। तुम मुझे देख कर मुस्कुराती रहो, मैं तुम्हें देख कर गीत गाता रहूं। Thank you.
Yes, good one. Okay. So let us have some peer level feedback. Jamila ji would like to speak, I think. हाँ जी बात करिए. First hand up is Jamila. Okay.
And what I feel, I'm telling Sharma ji, I may be wrong. मैं क्या बोल रही, his voice is very nice. वो जो टेक ऑफ सब ठीक था, पर जब वो अंतरा वन क्या इंटरलूड के बाद वो नेक्स्ट वन वाज नॉट दैट, वो वहां पे नहीं गया. अंतरा हाँ अंतरा, वो जो अंतरा वो नहीं गया, that didn't go properly. That's what I felt. Otherwise it was very nice. Otherwise the take off landing सब ठीक था. Only that अंतरा, जब भी वो इंटरलूड के बाद अंतरा आता है, it didn't go off that to that, वो सुर में नहीं गया, मेरे को लगा.
Okay, ठीक है. Next is Usha Jacob.
Sir, yes, maybe I heard it that way. But in between the track was going faster some places.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Wi-Fi. That may be internet problem.
Is it? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Internet bandwidth ka problem.
Particularly first antara and the second antara, beginning of those two antaras, no, it was going fast. The track was
that is a disadvantage in Zoom session. That is a disadvantage because when a bandwidth fluctuates.
I know. So, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Next is Jairam Krishnan. Hi, Jairam Krishnan. Welcome. Please.
Very interesting session. Just a small feedback to, or a question to Mr. Shekhar Swaminathan. Does the system have a way of reducing the pitch? Because you see, when you're going to the higher levels, your voice is getting choked.
Yeah.
So,
for that, in Audacity, you have to reduce the scale to the extent you want. And then you you can export that file into your, file explorer and keep it.
Correct. So have you done that? Is I think what he's suggesting.
I have done -1. Maybe, the original song is The original song is quite Mahendra
Sir.
Kapoor, you know the range.
Yeah,
So I try to
absolutely.
do it. And besides, sometimes when get up after sleep, and also your voice doesn't open out so much.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
there is always that, so after I had an afternoon nap. So, but late in the evening, if after 3-4 hours, it will open up. You can sing really.
Okay.
So your voice, your mind, and everything has to be fresh when you sing. So then you can give the best output.
I see.
So
Okay.
that may be a
So
cause
in Audacity, which option should you click? There are so many options when you are clicking on Audacity.
Yeah, you have to use change pitch, madam. Change pitch.
Pitch. Okay.
There is a top line called effects.
Effects,
Effects.
yeah.
Okay, under effects there are so many, like you rightly say. Okay, and you have to click on change pitch.
Change pitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then
so
you can
much.
even adjust whether you want 1 or 0.5 or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
First, you have to import the file from your, file explorer to Audacity.
You have to drag and drop your audio file. See, Audacity will accept only audio file. So you drag and drop your audio file and then select all. You have to select all first. Go to edit, select all, then go to effects, change pitch, and then it will show you that it is changing the pitch, and then that file you have to.
And it will take only MP3 files, not MP4 files.
No, that's what I said. MP3 files, audio files only.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And you have to export it. You have to export it as an MP3 file. It will get saved on your desktop.
Okay.
But you know what? I mean, true music lovers like that we are, I don't think we should really tamper with the pitch. Unless, of course, you're dealing with a Mahendra Kapoor song or any such song where you have to necessarily change the pitch, but not for every song.
I think up to -1 it is okay. It doesn't.
No, I'm not telling. No, Shekhar, I'm not telling you.
No, if you reduce it much more, I make it -2 or a -3. The beauty of the song will be lost.
See, you will be committing a sin. You will be committing literally a sin by tampering with that song, because you don't want to destroy the magic of that original song, right? So never ever go below maybe 1. Okay, even 1 is good enough. That's all. I don't think below 1 and all you should reduce it to 1.5, 2 and all that. It will become too much. Anyway, for others this may not be interesting. So let's not.
No, it doesn't sound very good also after below that.
Everybody can make out. Even you can make out, "Arey, मैं क्या गाना गा रहा हूँ?" I mean, what is this? It's lost all its life, kind of a thing. So actually you're killing the song, So you're right, Usha, that, too much tampering with it also is not good anyway. Good. So the first, the only observation I have, Shekhar, is that, yeah, like you rightly said, see, that's why I said my first mantra or whatever you want to call it is selection of the song, right? So now if you have, I mean, you means not Shekhar, if I have selected, let's say, a Mahendra Kapoor song, then I should be well prepared to stretch my octaves, right? Because I have to go very, very high to be able to reproduce and give that effect. Just like the opposite of what. Okay, I thought somebody I was listening something. Like Ramakant Tandon, now when he was singing, we had said that, the word, what is that? Chhav, right? Now, chhav is high, but you have to still make it soft, right? But in the case of Mahendra Kapoor, you have to actually sing full-throated. Mujhko nazaron ki, whatever, you have to go to Mount Everest and come back. There is no escape. Okay? Otherwise, you won't sound like a Mahendra Kapoor song. So that is the danger of selecting such extreme type of songs. I mean, there are some 1 or 2 other very good songs of Mahendra Kapoor also, like Lakhon Hai Yahan Dilwale. I think it's not too bad a song actually. Though there are problems. Mahendra Kapoor song means problems only, right? When I was a kid, I used to be very fond of singing this Nile Gagan Ke Tale. And my father, even during his last days, used to call me by his side and say, "Hey, please sing that. Why don't you sing that Nile Gagan Ke Tale?" So I used to only sing the Nile Gagan Ke Tale and the song. I never could do that humming at the end. Impossible. I have to go for mountaineering and come back. right? So that is the thing. So maybe choice of song also can make a lot of difference. So that's where we get into a trap. Like I always say that we choose songs which we like, but those songs which we like are not necessarily the songs which we can sing best. Simple. It is my way of putting it, and I think it appeals to everybody, right? A song that you like may not be the song that you can sing. Simple. Okay. Now can we hear Usha, and then we'll close, I think, because 6:30, 6:40, 7:45. We'll hear Usha and then close it. Next session we will surely
I'm playing the track on Star Maker only this time.
Okay. Star Maker
Yeah.
track is not too bad. Yeah. Star Maker
Yeah,
tracks
I'm
are
not
good.
changing the picture or anything. I'm
No,
singing
nothing.
along with it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And you're going to sing without any mic. So that will
Without
answer
mic.
Anita. I think that was her name. Anita had asked the question. So
Yes,
you're going
yes.
to just play the track on your mobile.
Yeah.
You're going to keep it in front of the laptop that you're using for Zoom or whatever, and you're going to sing
Yeah.
without any mic, without any
Without mic. Yeah.
paraphernalia. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
I hope it goes well.
No, it will go well. It's okay. It doesn't matter. We're all learning, right?
रात अकेली है बुझ गए दिए आके मेरे पास कानों में मेरे जो भी चाहे कहिए जो भी चाहे कहिए I picked up the wrong track. Somebody singing along. 1 second.
The other one is Usha. Come closer to the laptop that you are using.
Yes.
Meaning, so that we can hear your voice and also hear the music. And try to keep the mobile, as close to the laptop as possible, so that you can also see it. Yeah. Don't cover the screen, but whatever, whichever way. Leave it.
Everything
Original. Oh my God! I thought Usha Jacob was transformed suddenly within 2 seconds into Asha Bhosle.
Who knows?
Why not? After this, we will take you there. We will take you there. Don't worry.
I don't know. This is taking very long.
No, that is because it is like what Shekhar was saying. See, it is like downloading from the YouTube. So, Star Maker is not, you can't save it. So, it is online,
no,
right?
This is just for a trial for today.
No, I know. No, I'm saying because you are
using... It's just
using...
for a trial for today. Yeah.
No, I know, Usha, but what I'm saying is, like what Shekhar was saying earlier, that you don't use any YouTube track directly because it may be buffering. That's exactly what is happening to you also. Right? With the result,
actually,
it won't open when you want.
The tracks are downloading faster. Only thing is somebody singing already. I had not selected and kept all. I thought my
so
turn
you
may
have
not
to.
come
So that is the preparation that I spoke to you in the first session. That preparation is a secret. Is an inspiration actually. Unless you prepare, you can't inspire yourself, right? So you have to prepare, keep the track ready, keep it open, and things like that. So those are all parts of that initial thing that you need to do. Okay. Anyway. No problem. Don't feel bad. We keep it ready for next time. Are you ready now?
No,
or next time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Varindo. Track Varindo.
Yeah.
Shari.
I'm Mumbaikar.
Malayalam Mario.
Yes. I speak 10 languages, ma'am, which I read and write also.
So then why are you not speaking Malayalam? Play.
रात अकेली है बुझ गए दिए आके मेरे पास कानों में मेरे जो भी चाहे कहिए, जो भी चाहे कहिए,
उषा,
रात अकेली है, बुझ गए दिए, आके मेरे पास, कानों में मेरे, जो भी चाहे कहिए, जो भी चाहे कहिए, रात
अकेली है।
तुम आज मेरे लिए रुक जाओ, रुक भी है फिर सकती है, तुम्हें न हो न सही, मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत है, तुम आज मेरे लिए रुक जाओ, रुक भी है फिर सकती है, तुम्हें न हो न सही, तुमसे मोहब्बत है, मोहब्बत की इजाजत है, तो चुप क्यों रही है, जो भी चाहे कहिए, रात अकेली है। I stop here.
Okay, Usha, before anybody else says something, you are singing in your false voice.
I went to a very low pitch because
No,
the correct
you
track
were.
I did not get. I just wanted to sing and show you how it is. That's it.
No, I understand, but I'm just giving you my observation, saying that first you took off at a higher
pitch.
pitch. Then suddenly you realize that जो भी चाहे कहिए अपने से नहीं होगा, so you came down suddenly.
So I
and
went
in
down
the,
suddenly.
And
Yeah.
in the same paragraph, you shifted from what might have been your original voice or whatever to a false voice
Yes.
or a, you know. So then you see, that is what I'm saying. Everything depends on song selection.
Yes. Deliberately I selected
Everything
this so
depends
that
on song.
I'll get my mistakes properly.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a lesson for others also. I mean, let's be clear. I mean, nothing wrong with it. We are all learning all the time, right?
Yeah, there's
Nobody is
nothing
an
wrong.
expert.
And I'm ready to prepare to accept the feedbacks also. I mean, there's
नहीं,
no
करना
feedback
चाहिए,
in this
करना
because
चाहिए.
I didn't actually sing well.
Yeah. No, that's because you should choose another song
Yes.
which suits your level of voice or
Pitch,
whatever,
yes.
right? So while on the subject, let me answer a question that my friend from Belgium has asked, J.V. Ramanan, right? So he has asked a question, ki what is bass and what is treble? He has asked a question, what is bass, B-A-S-S, and what is treble, T-R-E-B-L-E, okay? Now treble is the highest range of notes while bass is the lowest range of notes, right? So for some singers in the mic, you have to increase the bass or reduce the bass, and for some singers you have to actually increase the treble or lower the treble. So that is not so much to be bothered by us, but if we have a technician in a public program where there is somebody arranging the audio system and all that, then he will know ki on your mic you are sounding very bass level, maybe you need to increase your treble. The sharpness of your voice comes out when you increase the treble. And the flatness of your voice comes out when you increase the bass. So that is the simple thing. And it also means that bass is a lower range of notes, frequency notes or whatever, and the treble is a higher range of frequency or notes and things like that. Okay. So I think we should end here because it is about to be 8 o'clock. So 6:30 we started. So now I think Archana and the seniors today organization will very well realize that अरे यार इनका तो सेशन 1 घंटे का नहीं होने वाला है कि नहीं? तो ये कभी भी 1.5 घंटे का तो हो जाता है, kind of. Okay. So let us be prepared. I hope Archana will and others will permit us to keep it. I think 1.5 hours is what is.
Apologies to Archana and others. Abhishek.
ये जरूर जरूर
No
absolutely.
apologies. It's a good session. That's why people come and
नहीं बहुत मजा
contribute
आता है
so
सर,
much. Yeah, yeah.
both for
I mean,
me
this is
and
a
for
very
everybody else.
really interesting session.
नहीं सचमुच, and I can
No,
say
all
that
of you have been very helpful also. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
very
for that.
always, yeah,
useful
we will
information.
become what we in management terms use in companies saying self-help group.
Yes.
Self-help group SHG जो है,
Yeah.
it's a very powerful team building
Yes.
tool in organizations. Okay, so we will become self-help groups like that. Okay, I think Jairam Krishnan had raised his hand, so I just want him to ask that. Is it a question or an observation? I do not know. उसके बाद I think we should close this.
Just a
Jairam?
quick thing. Of course, Usha sang very well. I was very interested in seeing how she went to the lower octave and still
Lower and
managed,
the higher.
yeah.
Correct.
Just a quick thing, observations from both Mr. Swaminathan and Usha ji's singing.
Right.
Are you also going to touch upon the breathing techniques? Because, posture manages makes a lot of difference. So
Sure.
she was, holding it like this, which means that you can't breathe properly.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not for breathing. It was my mobile that was.
I know, so
नाही
you
नाही
can't.
उषा ओ सांग ओ काय सांगते तुम्हाला
काहीच नाही, मी
हाँ,
मध्ये या बाजूला ठेवली होती ना म्हणून.
नहीं रे, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. See what Mr. Jairam Krishna is saying is, now for example I am looking down, my laptop is down, okay, it is not here, it is here, okay. So when I am looking down, यानी when my head is in a lower position, आपका जो breathing का जो है ना यहाँ से channel,
Oh yeah, okay.
हाँ, so that is why we stand like this in a stage with a mic, right?
Yes.
We don't stand like this, and because
Yeah.
that's what he's saying. So he is saying, Jairam, incidentally, we spoke about breathing
When
a
you
lot.
bend your head down, yeah.
In fact, we have shown a video where Lata Mangeshkar ji says that somebody very early in her career taught her that the essentials of good singing is also good breathing techniques.
Yes.
Right? And so Jairam's point is correct, but the answer to him is that we have already talked about this. But then my question to all of you is, where are you putting all your lessons? वो जो सीखते हैं हम, why are you guys not putting it into practice? That is what I am now asking. That is my question to you.
Second issue, GB,
Yes, sir.
is, when we are talking about singing in the bass or the higher frequencies,
right?
The sound source, changes. Like, for singing in higher pitches, you may have the sound getting generated in some part of the mouth. If you're going to the very low frequencies, you tend to go more on the chest level.
Correct.
And you focus on that. Has that part been covered?
Yeah, thank you.
No, that has not been covered, but the point is there are so many things to be covered that we can talk about it. We can surely talk about it.
Yeah, because that would help.
It comes out in various other examples also, that when people start singing now, at least now that is due. Abhi next session say we will also have these participants singing. So then we will be able to talk about those aspects as well. Because otherwise, kya hai na, Jairam, sometimes these things also sound very theoretical. It is like what I said in the beginning. It is like trying to teach somebody swimming in a classroom. I mean, you have to get into the water, you have to drink that water, gulp it, 2-3 more liters of water will go inside. Next day you will have stomach upset. वो सब होना चाहिए ना. Then only you will learn swimming. So in a similar way, only through singing we can really practice and tell them the real things. But very good point, Jairam. I will pitch you in when the appropriate time comes. And just to tell the others quickly, share with you, Jairam is a very good friend of mine. He is a very illustrious student from IIM Calcutta. He is also BTech IIT Kharagpur and all that. And he is a fantastic guitarist. I mean, many of his songs are already there on YouTube.
Okay.
And he is very well organized when it comes to recording and all that. And we both have done some jugalbandis and programs also.
Wow.
But what is more important is he is very knowledgeable. So both Raja and Jairam Krishnan, I am glad they are part of this group. So we can use them. I think even Shekhar Swaminathan, the way he speaks, I think he knows a bit or two.
The feedback that he gave, no?
He knows. So we'll use all our knowledge. That one person is going to share everything. We'll use our collective knowledge and become a good self-help group. Okay. तो 8 बज गया. Now I can't take a minute beyond this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
thanks
sir.
to
Thank you,
seniors
everybody.
today, as always, very supportive, very encouraging.
Thank
And
you, sir.
thanks to Archana ji.